SpongeBob has no business being this terrifying, but here we are. From Nickelodeon's brand new Search for SquarePants movie, to cursed fan films, creepy lost episodes, and memes that look straight out of analog horror, SpongeBob Horror is back, and it's trending harder than ever. So, let's start with the official stuff. In December 2025, Nickelodeon is dropping the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants. And instead of jellyfishing and Krabby Patties, SpongeBob is facing the Flying Dutchman. Yeah, the literal undead ghost pirate who's been haunting the show for years. The teaser has darker underwater visuals, creepy ghost ship energy, and it honestly feels closer to a horror adventure than a kid's movie. And this is what's fueling a lot of the new horror talk around SpongeBob. The fact that even Nickelodeon is leaning spooky now. When the official studio pushes a ghost-ridden story, the internet doesn't hesitate to crank it into full horror. But here's the thing. SpongeBob has always flirted with horror. You remember the Graveyard Shift episode?
I don't know, Squidward. It's kinda dark out there.
The one where Squidward tells SpongeBob scary stories, and then...
And who was flickering the lights?
Boom! Nosferatu shows up.
Nosferatu!
That was literally a straight-up 1920s vampire cameo in the middle of a Nickelodeon cartoon.
SpongeBob, I'm not doing this!
That single gag has haunted memes and forums for decades. And in 2023, Nickelodeon even dropped The Title Zone, a full-on anthology special that parodied horror and surreal sci-fi. So when people say SpongeBob Horror is some new thing, nah, the seeds were planted a long time ago. Now we get to the community. This is where SpongeBob Horror really lives. You've got fan films like The Call of Squidward, which turns Bikini Bottom into something out of a nightmare. Characters move slower, the ocean feels wrong, and Squidward looks like something's eating away at his sanity. And then you've got Creepypasta legends. The biggest? Red Mist, also called Squidward's Suicide. It's the classic lost episode story. Squidward does a concert performance, but his eyes start bleeding, and the footage cuts to flashes of children's corpses. The audio turns into distorted laughter, and Squidward, well, you can guess where it goes. I'll read you a short part from the actual creepypasta. Now Squidward is staring at the viewer, with the same realistic red mist eyes. Children can be heard screaming and crying in the background. After around 30 seconds, the screen reveals Squidward holding a gun. It's ridiculous, it's disturbing, and yet, it's unforgettable. The fact it's Squidward of all characters is what makes it hit harder than if it were any generic horror short. And there's The Summoning. This one describes SpongeBob as a literal demon, luring the other characters into rituals, with the last shot being him staring at the viewer with glowing eyes. It's absurd, but it's creepypasta gold, because it twists something that should never ever be dark. And then, there's the memes. TikTok right now is full of cursed SpongeBob edits. Distorted faces, VHS filters, jump cuts that make him look like a monster. These are the kind of edits that pop up on your feed at 2 a.m. and make you say, what the hell did I just watch? Even AI Sponge, the channel that used artificial intelligence to generate endless SpongeBob dialogue, had moments that felt like horror by accident. When the voices glitched, or the characters said things that sounded wrong, it suddenly felt like Bikini Bottom had been hijacked by something not human. And here's why this works. Analog horror thrives on uncertainty.
My name is SpongeBob.
Shows like Local 58 and shorts like This House Has People in It proved that you don't need a monster, just degraded tape, static, a hijacked broadcast. Your brain fills in the gaps with dread. So when SpongeBob clips get slapped with VHS distortion, or when memes start looping his laugh into static, your childhood memories glitch. That's why it feels so uncanny, because you know SpongeBob isn't supposed to look like that. So yeah, between Nickelodeon leaning dark with Search for SquarePants, the fandom pushing cursed films and creepypastas, and meme culture glitching SpongeBob into analog nightmare fuel, SpongeBob Horror isn't just a joke. It's alive, it's mutating, and it's trending again. But I want to know from you, which version of SpongeBob Horror creeps you out the most? The Flying Dutchman's ghost ship, lost episodes like Red Mist, or the cursed meme edits? Drop your take in the comments, because I'll be reading them. And if you want more breakdowns of the horror everyone's talking about, hit subscribe. Horrorwell's got you.